So we're going to go ahead and just talk about these PPP loans. Yeah, we already know that a whole bunch of people took these PPP loans and essentially they have been getting rounded up. Okay. They've been getting letters sent to their home. Some people said, I ain't answering that. If I just don't answer it, maybe it'll go away. And then now they got a boom, boom, boom. It's FBI. Open up. All this kind of stuff. They got reporters. We've seen so many stories of this happening. And I did a video on this a while ago of the different people who, politicians in particular, who got PPP loan forgiveness after they took them. And the forgiveness just means like, oh, okay, you took $2 million. Yeah, just keep it. Meanwhile, because the rules work on you doesn't mean that they are also going to work on rich people and people in power. Okay, because for them they get forgiven. For you, not so much. You now have to go and pay back said money, or you're going to jail. All right, so I have a lady who's going to be talking about PPP loans for people who are already millionaires and or billionaires. And then we're going to go ahead and look at a guy who says that he's on house arrest because of it. So let's go ahead and get these videos played.
Celebrities who took out PPP loans during the pandemic. Diddy, Sean Combs. The loan amount, $1.9 million for 134 jobs he needed to provide. Come on, things are tough. Oh, his loan was forgiven. Next one, Paul Pelosi. Gotta love Paul. You know, the guy that was hit with the hammer with that weirdo that came in his house in San Francisco. Oh, his wife is Nancy. Her. So he's worth $120 million. Nice gentleman. His loan amount was $1.7 million. Oh, let me add that it was forgiven. Yeah, that's an important thing. The other thing I want you to know is to note that Pelosi, it was noted on the account that Mr. Pelosi was not involved in the loan application. Just let's make a note of that. Okay. Oh, if you don't know who Paul Pelosi is, Nancy, his wife, she was in Congress. She did a whole bunch of like she had, I like to say she's just very lucky. Like before, she was smart enough to sell like thousands of shares of Visa before DOJ came and slammed him with an antitrust lawsuit. Talk about luck.
She does a lot of insider trading, which you're not supposed to do. So she knows which stocks to buy, which ones to sell at the particular moment at any given moment. Of course, other people don't have this information, but she does. And this is what was going on. She was Speaker of the House. As an AOC, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez will also say she was the mother bear of the Democratic Party. So you have her doing what she's doing. We already know Diddy. No need to even talk about him in that regard. But it was so many other politicians who had their loans forgiven. But you, Joe Blow, if you took out a $10,000 loan, they on your arse. These celebrities and or politicians and or influencers are taking out over $1 million, over $100,000 in terms of in regards to PPP loans, and it's all forgiven. So it's just whatever. But they're locking you up, but they're not locking the corrupt people up who also took more loans than what you took. And mind you, they get all these perks. If your salary is 80,000, how is it that your net worth, and you only worked in that position for let's say 4 years, how is your net worth at over $1 million? That doesn't make any sense. Obviously, they're getting paid other ways. They're using their influence, their power, to increase how much money it is that they're getting. And then they could just go ahead and essentially, for them, legally steal. And that's supposed to be perfectly fine. They get their tax cuts, etc. The ones that Trump did as well. Okay? So you see all of this happening, but just a regular person who's just trying to get by. And I'm not saying all these people that took out PPP loans were, trying to help, feed the homeless or something. Okay. I wasn't saying that. We know some people bought expensive vehicles, a mansion, I don't know why. And all this other crap, okay? Bougie handbags and designer labels and everything else, okay? So I'm not saying that people aren't doing that as well, but you have people who are trying to actually get ahead in a way, lower their debt. They're already not making that much. And then you guys are like, nah, we're gonna get you. Meanwhile, you have these people in power who already are rich and they just want to get richer, and then they got loans forgiven. Make that make sense.
So in 2020, everybody was doing the PPP. My cousin did it, my brother did it, then my best friend did it. I said, shit, sign me up. Now, I wish I never fucking did the shit. So, bro, 4 years after the money already spent, I get a knock at the door the other day. Boom, 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 boom. Dallas Police Department, open the door. We know you're inside. Shit, I opened the door because I ain't do shit. What the hell y'all banging at my door like that for? Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. I'm like, damn, what the hell I do? Can I put my dog up? They're not giving me no information, not letting me put my dog up. Get to the van, take me downtown. I'm in booking, asking, what am I being arrested for? They're not giving me no information. I find out when I get in front of the judge, I got 4 charges: bank fraud, wire fraud, making false statements, and tax evasion. So the judge never mentioned PPP. So it's not registering to me what am I actually here for. So he set my bond at $20,000. I go back to my cell. I'm talking to my cellmate and I tell him about the charges. He like, bro, that's for PPP. I'm like, how you know? Tell me why this man tell me that it's been at least 50 people that came through within the last week with the same charges. So the jail is overpopulated. The court's backed up for months. My next court date isn't until July. After I make bail, they tell me I gotta go on an ankle monitoring bracelet. And this bitch hurt. Bro, I can't leave the house. I can't smoke. I can't drink. I can't do shit. And mind y'all, they can listen to anything I'm doing at any given time and freaking talk to me through this bitch like it's a walkie-talkie. Bro, I talked to my public defender earlier, and this man tell me I'm facing 22 years in prison, but if I find a way to get them the $22,000 back, that he can give me less than 10 years. I don't even have money for a paid lawyer. So yeah, I got a $10,000 watch for sale if anybody want to buy it.
If what he's saying is accurate, because then he added in the $10,000 at the end, I'm like, okay. Now here's the thing. Why do we gotta come in like SWAT? Boom, 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 boom. We gotta get. You didn't have to do all that now, because you didn't do it for all these people who got all this money, who then took PPP loans, and then you forgave them. You didn't do. Where was all this energy for that? And then you're saying, oh, well, we'll give you 20 years, but if you could somehow give me the $22,000 back, then we'll only give you around 10. And I also wonder, it's like, it seems like it's different rules for different people, because I was not cool with these people, but it was at one of my previous jobs. Oof. But I actually know of 3 people who took out the PPP loans and they got fired from their government job. One got somehow reinstated, which I don't understand. But then another one just got fired and did not get reinstated. I guess didn't fight for it or whatever. No mugshots to be found, but they got arrested because apparently they arrested them at their job. So I don't get why we gotta barge into people's home, make it seem like, they're trafficking children or something over some PPP loans. Meanwhile, we're just allowing everyone else and their mama who got money and power to just have the PPP loans. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe that you should be doing it. Okay? I don't believe that you should have done it. All right? And that goes for anyone who are not eligible for it. I don't care if you got money or you don't. You weren't supposed to do that. Okay? But here is where I draw the line. You can't go and say, you can't do it. I mean, I can, because I got money and power. Come on. Hey, see me? You can't do it though, but I could do it. That hypocrisy, I don't like that. If you can do it, then they could do it too, right? But it's because you know who you know somehow it's just okay. So that's the thing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stories out here of all this PPP loan stuff that is going on. What is going on with this piece of hair? All of it, skin on my nerves. um, but that's what's going on with the dang PPP loans. If y'all got them letters in the mail, because I heard that they send multiple letters. If y'all got these letters in the mail, I mean, if you got to take a loan out to pay this loan, do it. Okay. And I don't know, maybe it'll be forgiven, because I heard someone say, oh, if you just pay it back, then you're good. So if you could take out a loan to pay this loan off, it may behoove you to do so. Okay. But what you don't want to do is ignore any of these mailings that come in. Okay. You just don't want to do that. So we'll see what ends up happening. Obviously, we already know that these other people, they've been forgiven. So I was like, whatever. But we're going to come after the little people, even though the people who got all this money are the ones who are stealing the most. But I guess for some reason that just doesn't matter.